cannot take your call right now. I am having a crisis.
This is Thancred.
Fuck you. I'm going to actually scream. Okay. What? Is it fine now? What the what happened? I didn't do anything! I didn't change anything! Why did it work? I didn't even change any settings! It's a bit loud now? Why? Okay, is this less loud? Is this okay? Oh my god, we're having a night. The scuff. I am so scuffed for no reason. Oh my god. Okay, it's perfect. Thank god. Oh my gosh. Alright. Okay, well then. Okay, let's try and do this again. Guys, hello. Thank you so much for waiting so long through these tech issues. I have no idea what happened. The only thing I can think of is that Windows forced an update on me today. So basically, I'm going to kill... Yeah, I know, Ilbert. It's very sloppy. But basically, I am going to kill Bill Gates. This is a personal threat to him. I don't even know if he runs Windows anymore. Is he still in charge of Windows? Does he still own it, or did he like stop? I don't know. Anyways, that's the only thing I can think of that could be causing this, because I touched no other settings on my, you know, on my computer or anything. I literally did not touch a thing. And so I'm just like, what the heck? Really? God, I don't know. I don't know, guys. But anyways, thank you so much for waiting. I really, really appreciate that. It means a ton. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. God. I know the echo, what the heck? There's echo now? Why? Does this fix it? Is there no echo now? Is the echo gone now? Okay. I don't understand. And my volume's still good, right? Is my volume still okay? Okay. Why am I cursed like this? Why? Why? But alright. Oh my god. I need to go through my notifications. Freya, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Good to see you here. Good to see all you raiders. I appreciate it. Riri Bitterstep, thank you so much for the resub. You couldn't hear it, but I did hydrate with your sub message. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Jeez. I feel like there was something else I wanted to thank people for, but now it's gone. It's gone from my brain. Oh yes, I wanted to say thank you to Freakin' a Sheep for the compliment on the model. I really like my model. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. But alright, I want to just get into the game. I want to just play my video game now. Alright, I guess I'll take another thirsty before I can get into my video game. I feel so bad for being like an hour late. I'm sorry, guys. I swear to God, I tried setting up like a while before my stream's time was supposed to start, and it literally took this long to get everything working. But alright, I've had something to drink. Let's go. Okay, I want to double check you guys hear the game, right? You hear all of that, right? Everything there is fine, right? Nothing else is gonna go wrong, right? Ah! I appreciate you guys being willing to wait. It means a lot. Okay, so we're gonna start case 2 of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I'm really excited about this because I think this is where you get into like the actual game proper.
That small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with
Naruhodo time. Also, let me know how the balance is between the game audio and me. I had to do a completely different setup with my capture card today, and I have not had time to actually test how well it sounds with me on top of it. But I'm excited about Holmes and Wilson. Okay, good. Thank God. Thank God it's all balanced. Thank God.
The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson.
Snake.
In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened.
Oh, this is out of Lupin? That's so cool. I really should read some of the Lupin novels sometime.
I had ever seen.
Alright, so the 9th of January, 6:37 a.m. Oh, that's early. We're on board the steamship Buria. Snake. Oh, is this her? Oh no, it's him.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder.
Oh, is there gonna be a murder aboard a ship? That's gonna be so fun.
The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed.
Oh, it's a locked room. I love these. I love locked rooms. Enjoy your look, Freya.
Locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then, and the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script, and evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
Yeah, you think? You think the Japanese message wasn't written by a Russian man?
This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture. Well,
who's in there?
we hear?
Like the game's voices?
Who are you?
Or my
What
voice?
do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary.
Oh, game's a
see,
bit
In less
quiet.
than 5 seconds from now,
Okay.
I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. And in cabin locked from inside.
Is that better,
Yes, the
guys?
locked room.
Is that louder?
That mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you? And where have you come from?
I'm
Okay,
great
that's a
British
little
consultant
better.
detective,
I'll
the
keep
only
turning it
one
up.
in the world. Sherlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Okay. Let's try turning it up here. Why does he look like a zebra? Okay. I actually think I was messing with the wrong setting for volume just because I'm so flustered by the new system. Okay. No, I'll even turn that down a little bit just so it doesn't drown me out. Okay. Let's get into it. Ugh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? No, I'm already down bad for Cosma. I only have room for one man in my heart. It's gonna be Cosmo or nothing. I'm waiting for Cosmo to show up again. No, I'm a loyal bitch. I'm a loyal bitch, Essie. I would lie to chat. I lie to chat a lot, honestly. Especially when it comes to telling them that I'm not as much of a simp as I actually am. Cosmo's really good, but I have more of history with Graha, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, it's 1 man per game! What the Essie, don't you dare insult Graha to you like that. I'm gonna focus on the game and pretend you didn't say that. Otherwise you get banned. Anyways, something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Oh, Cosmo's better than Herlock, okay. Oh my gosh! Luxidin, thank you so much for the raid! Hello, how are you? How was your stream? What were you guys playing? Tell me about it. Welcome! Wait, I can't move. What? What the? How did we get into this situation, Yonosuke? What did we do? Essie. Oh my gosh. Oh, awesome! Welcome then! I am just at the very start of the second case of the Great Ace Attorney. This is my very first time playing this game. So, yeah, I'm reacting to it all totally blind. I'm really excited to be able to get to know more of what's going on. So welcome to the stream. I hope you guys have fun. Get comfy. Were you guys playing Ace Attorney 2? Was it also a Great Ace Attorney, or was it a different game in the series? Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now. Who is this? Who are you? Oh, you. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You. Oh, you're at the end. That's exciting. I can't wait to get there. Oh my gosh, I forgot I do have a shout-out set up. Alright, let me just shout out. Let me shout out Luxidin. Go definitely, if they're another Ace Attorney fan, definitely worth checking out. Only people with taste like Ace Attorney. That is just my take. You. You found me then. Were we hiding in there on purpose? Duh. We found you, and now you pay. Criminal. Oh, I'm glad you like all the Graha images. I love Graha Tia so much. He's my husband, and I keep him here. He keeps me company and gives me strength while I game. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, No, I don't suck his toes! Can you guys not tell lies to the raiders? I would appreciate it. Oh, sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Why do y'all say I want to suck toes? I have never sucked a toe in my life. Not once have I ever sucked a toe or foot. And you guys go telling strangers that this is what I do here? What the fuck? Alright. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, No, I'll tell you everything. Okay, so I'm assuming this is after that animated intro. So that begs the question of why was Ryunosuke in a wardrobe where a body in the same room as a dead body? That's great. That's great. Oh, Ryunosuke. No, I don't even have a throne set up. Tyrek, you are spreading lies on the internet. Oh my god. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Oh wait, was that not it? Oh, it's her! Susato! Oh no, girl, please believe in me, girl. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Susato? Wait, what did you just say? Oh my god. Does Ryunosuke not even know take his life? Dang, most Ace Attorney protagonists at least get like one case before they are like, accused of murder again. Runosuke just gets twice in a row. Tobeans, thank you so much for the follow! Great to have you here, welcome! Yay, thank you! Where is he? Where's No, where's he's in another room, right? He's... Where's Kazuma? Okay, no. Shom said that the victim was Russian, so you would be able to tell the difference between a Russian man and a Japanese man at a glance. So everything's fine. We're fine. Shut up. We are fine. We're fine. Huh, you pretend not to know? Or you pretend you do not know? You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma-sama was... No! This can't be right. No. This again. What? No, guys, say psych. Please say psych. Please say psych. Somebody please just say psych. There's no fucking way. They wouldn't do me dirty like that. They wouldn't do that to one of my men. No, there's no fucking way. What the fuck? No. There's no fucking way. No. Shelm said it was a Russian man. There can't be two bodies. No, there wouldn't be, right? No. This isn't right. We're gonna figure out. They're trying to play me.
Rest in peace.
No. This can't. Fuck you, Essie. No, we're gonna keep playing, and we're gonna find out it's all a big misunderstanding, okay? I'm not like Freya. Okay, Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Here, in this very cabin, that was bolted shut from the inside. His body... Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. No! He would rush away from me! No. I need to be crying for this. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I... No! That was our best friend / boyfriend. There's no way. I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please! No, girl, no! Me too, Runosuke. No! Y'all, is this why everybody was so fucking excited for me to get back to Grade Ace Attorney? Is this the reason? I cannot believe this. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? Oh my, Kazuma, this was not a good plan. It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. Oh, poor Runosuke. Yeah, the fact that nobody spoiled me on this is incredible. I cannot believe, after how late I am coming to playing this game, that I didn't know that this would happen to him. You'd think I would have seen this. You'd think Twitter would have spoiled me on this long ago. Wow. I'm glad I got the genuine shock of it, but I'm upset. I have negative feelings about this turn of events. I did not expect him to stick around. I thought he would probably be busy doing other not dead things. because I didn't see him a lot in, like, fan art. Like, I do see fan art of him, but, like, you know, when you see art of, like, Ryunosuke and Susato going around England, it's just the two of them. So I was like, okay, Kazuma's off doing his own thing, you know? Yeah, he's so prominent on the box art. Like, okay, yes, I'm holding out hope until I see a corpse or some kind of confirmation, but it worries me that Susato's saying this, because you feel like she would know, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Oh my god, you must be even less of a man than you look. Oh, damn. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. That cannot have been comfortable. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. Wow, I guess that makes sense. It's a long, long boat ride from Japan to Britain, but that's a long time. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. Ugh, I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. Well, I'm glad you guys got to enjoy my reaction. I'm still upset. I do not accept this as the truth. I do not. Until they show me for sure his dead body, I believe in my man and his ability to breathe. Thank you. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. Well, this was a master plan, you guys. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer! Duh, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right! I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but... murdering my best friend! No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too. Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. Susato-san. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try and find out what really happened. Are you sure he's dead?
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
I am devastated. I am. He hasn't really been killed, has he? This isn't just a bad dream? And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. I don't know, I've read a lot of mystery novels. There's a lot of ways to get around this. What? You just need to make the reader think it's a closed room. Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? I did not juice him! I don't believe he's juiced. I don't believe that he's juiced until I see for sure that he is 100% juice. Okay? They have not shown me his juicy little body. So, yeah. This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. So, poison or something. Can anyone else tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? He was too sexy to live. Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please. Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... No, this can't, no, we don't see his face. This is some guy in his clothes. This is something else. There's something else. No, no, no. No. Sorry, I realized I forgot to turn off my fan. Anyways. No, you can't see his face. This is also a flashback. This is a story as someone else is telling it. We do not know for sure if this is totally reliable or the truth. So, yeah. I will deny it as long as I possibly can. There was Kazuma-sama collapsed on the floor. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me! Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Exactly. Like, listen. Until the point of view character sees the body, I do not trust. That is the first rule of any sort of mystery where, especially one where like the victim's identity is shocking or unclear, you need the point of view character to confirm it, because anybody else could be lying or an unreliable narrator. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Oh god, okay, stow away. Why are you even on board the ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. A fortnight since we left Japan. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? See, Kazuma had some kind of plan, and this is part of the plan somehow. I don't know how, but it's fine. It's fine. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it, I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. Welcome back, Freya, how are you? Oh wait, when did Freya leave? Does Freya know? Oh my gosh, Freya might not know. I don't know if she was here. I don't know if Freya was here. I can't remember for sure. I'm still... Oh god, Freya. Freya, I'm going through it. Freya, please help. I need you to hold my hand. I'm going through it. I am... Freya, what didn't you miss? What didn't you miss? My time of need and you weren't here. God. Yeah, this is my own horse spawn experience. No, I don't believe it. He's not... We don't have any real proof. We don't. Okay? We don't, chat. So, we don't have any real proof. And I'm gonna keep saying that for the rest of these 2 games. He can't be a face. He can't. He's too good. She was too good too. But I don't believe it. I don't. But on a personal level. If you were to become a lawyer, then... Then what? Nothing. Forget it. Huh? He was too perfect. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. No, it's not updated to best hits! No! 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 Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. See, Kazuma's character arc is not done. He had mysteries, he had secrets, and we need to still explore them for this narrative to feel complete. Susato-san, I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on this ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. Man. Kazuma-sama, love is war! Oh my god, the new season of Kaguya is so good though. It's so good. Oh my god. It's doing an arc that I've been looking forward to from the manga for so long. Definitely if you have not watched Kaguya-sama yet, you should. Anyways, enough of me talking about my favorite rom-com anime. if you're not the culprit, then tell me, what happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. Oh, that's so fun! I'm glad you guys are enjoying it together. That seems like a really great show to just watch together. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, and I hope you like season 3. Alright, and then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. Yeah, the theme songs for Kaguya always slap, they're so good. Oh my god! Yeah, I've seen him, he kind of does look like that. Like, he kind of... Yeah. Whoever said that was kind of right on the money. Right, I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it. No, tell me, girl. If you have any suspicions or any ideas, tell me. Susato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. Yeah, it does sound like a drugging. But that does cause a lot of questions, though, because it's like, okay, how does the stowaway end up drugged? The first two guesses I can come up with are either Kazuma drugged him for some reason, or he drank something that was meant to drug Kazuma. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this. Ugh. No, I'm telling you, that this just looked like a locked room murder. It's gotta be something else. There's some trick to it. And besides, why would a locked room murderer be so stupid as to, you know, lock the door, stay in the room, and then fall asleep in there, you know? Like, it's not impossible in a lot of locked room murders the culprit can be hiding somewhere in the room and just slip out later, but this is too sloppy. This is too sloppy. There's some other trick. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Ugh, I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. He's still so polite about it. Yeah! Oh my gosh. What the? That was a Susato takedown. Susato what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. POV Susato command grabs you. Oh, good night, Kukushi. Have a good sleep. I swear to God. Yeah, it's time to Blue's Clues our way through this mystery. Oh my god, Ryunosuke would love Blue's Clues. I think he really would. I think he'd vibe so much with it. But how am I supposed to? Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful... I guess it would be this. I don't see how this proves it. I think it would be very funny if we present it and Susato-san's like, okay, explain. And he's just like, this is all I had on me, girl. Cosmo would stick... Oh, right! Oh, wait, no, now that I've read a single sentence, I see Cosmo would stick it over the wardrobe. So it could... Like, he would not have put it on himself. If Ryunosuke was already in the wardrobe, Cosmo would have had to do it. So yeah, let's present this.
Yes!
So, when he got in the wardrobe, Cosmo was still alive, because Cosmo, presumably, would have been putting the note on top of the wardrobe. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah! Yes, of course! The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? She broke all his bones. All his weak little bones, they're gone. Well, in light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you! So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What does she think I am, a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you, to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here, examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Kazuma. Okay, anything else to converse about in here? No. Okay, so I guess let's just start examining. Were you here the whole time, sir? Hello? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, okay. I want to start with... Yeah, this is the most obvious place. Did Cosmo write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. God. Partner, they're boyfriends. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Oh yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Ooh! I'm sure you're careful to look all around using the left and right, aren't you? Now, let's investigate all corners of this cabin. Thank you for the tip. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. Okay, let's see. Let's check out the ink bottle then. I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see it says, "This way up," in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. I like their dynamic already. Susato's a lot of fun. Well, thank you for the Thirsty Redeem review. I will take a quick drink before we read more. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. Ooh, what you writing about? London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Imagine a bunch of barely Russian crewmen eating that suitcase with Ryunosuke inside. Oh, poor Ryunosuke. He's got it rough all the time. Hiya! That's out of the question. No, I want to read it! What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it. I want to read it. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? Okay, let's see. Let's check out... What's this? The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. That's interesting. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea, although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything moved mown down at once. Yeah, what would have caused that? Why would that happen? I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I don't know, I get the vibe that Kazuma would be more careful than that. I seriously doubt it. Yeah. Then perhaps... It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Definitely. Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. No, leave it. I want it. Girl, you're messing with the crime scene. Come on. Okay. That's very interesting. Assuming she set it back the way it was before, the fact that everything ended up so far to the left is very interesting. Let's see. What's this sign? These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Oh, Krog808, thank you so much for the follow! Welcome to the stream! I hope you're enjoying your time here. It's nice to see you. Alright, let's see. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Okay, interesting. Oh, really? The Russians all accurate? That's impressive! You don't normally see that sort of thing. They don't usually pay attention to those details that well. I'm so used to expecting stuff like this to just be throwaway machine translations. Yeah, no hidden goofs or anything, but it's all solid Russian. That's very impressive. I'm super impressed that they, like, put that effort in. That's really cool. Wow, it's so cool how much effort they put into this game. I love seeing stuff like that. What? Why are you staring at me? Ryunosuke should not be on this ship. Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Chat says he's a pet. I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Let's check out the sailor man. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. I might have useful information though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Yet, of course not. Now back to corner of room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. Ah, thank you so much, Craig. I'm glad you like my design. And yes, I'm really into this, but I'm already like, oh, I can see why. I've heard this is such a good Ace Attorney game. I'm really, really happy to be finally playing it for the first time. Oh man, even if they killed Kazuma, who I adored. I'm so excited to try and just see where it goes and solve all the mysteries. Okay, let's keep looking. Yeah, what is this over here? I can't even tell. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. The shape reminds me a little bit of a bell. Listen, but like this is such a well done Ace Attorney game. It's so even with the upset of my boyfriend being dead, I can tell this is really quality, and I can tell they've put a lot of love and care into making this game. I'm very excited to see where it goes. Oh, that's very interesting. I guess that makes sense why they bundled it together. I know a friend told me apparently this was originally supposed to be a trilogy, but it didn't do well enough for it. Which makes me so upset now that I'm seeing how good it looks, because I'm like, this absolutely deserves, you know, just recognition. Like, it makes me sad. Ace Attorney's so good, and this seems so good, and if they really are the best games in the series, I feel like it deserves, you know, to get the full trilogy out of it. But I'm sure I'll be fine as long as the second game has a pretty satisfying ending for the characters. It does have a reduced budget, but it only shows in a lack of anime cutscenes. It still gets bonkers with the plot. See, that's fine. Like, anime cutscenes are cool, but of course they're not necessary, right? For me, it's more about the mysteries and the plot and, like, uncovering it and doing all of the courtroom stuff that matters. Like, that's the core of Ace Attorney, so I can handle a lack of anime cutscenes, because, you know, the original games didn't have them either. Oh, more reused locations and characters. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's not, like, obviously that does show less budget, but, you know, I think it's also cool when writers can get a lot of mileage out of fewer locations and characters, because especially with mysteries, it's like, that can be very interesting because you have to come up with multiple twists involving multiple characters, and I always enjoyed when characters would show back up in multiple cases in, like, the original trilogy and stuff. That was always fun. I liked seeing the recurring characters and seeing, like, what the witnesses of previous cases were up to later on. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little netsuke. Yeah, netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? Maybe not. And the mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? Oh, that might be dried blood. Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. I guess, though, yeah, if it were blood, it would be kind of weird if it was only here and not more with the rest of the body, right? It's probably something else then. That's interesting. I wonder what it is. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. A sword! That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. Ah, I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. What's all this? That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. No more katana unsheathing, no! Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. I like what it says about him that she was willing to believe that was a possibility. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. Assumedly it got knocked over in some sort of struggle. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Ugh, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Okay, I assume... Let's check out the table. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. Okay, so dinner is probably when he was drugged to sleep for so long and why he has the aching headache now. Yeah. The question really is just how did the food get drugged? So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No! Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy was always a reflection of the heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on this ship? That was also Kazuma. That was more Kazuma's idea than mine. Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Let's see, anything else around here? Okay, the door! Let's check out the door. When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt, not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. Ooh, we should talk, girl! What have you read? What are your favorites? But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. Okay. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. I don't know, there are more ways than that. It's just trying to figure out what way it was. Okay, how about... Let's look down here. Aha, I had a feeling this might be something. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is. Looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear so. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that? I suppose. Maybe that's it. Oh. Hello? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. This wasn't how I was expecting to meet him. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You've noticed the man too, have you? I've no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Cosmo's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining it? Or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case. If you press A on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Ryunosuke, are you a short king? Are you just a little guy? Oh, please do! Oh, is she a fan of Shomes? This will be very funny. I guess she is a big mystery reader. Yeah, just a little dude. Just a little guy. Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment? He's shrimpy wimpy. Aww, that's so cute. Ryunosuke's just a little baby boy. Shh, this is a critical point in my investigation. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Greetings! I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Cosmo's desk just now? What a weirdo. Oh, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. Oh, this music is fun. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. No. No. Yeah, he seems just a little bit unhinged. Just a little bit like a... He's just a bit of a strange man, huh? Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, You have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. The Crystal... Gwahatia. Crystal Tower. Is the Crystal Tower a real thing in Europe? Like, obviously it wouldn't be like the Final Fantasy Crystal Tower, but is there an actual place called the Crystal Tower in England? If there is, I didn't know about it. Oh, the Afghanistan bit was one. Oh, I'm excited. I actually, funny enough, like, I have read mystery novels, but Holmes ones are ones I haven't picked up a ton of, which sounds so weird and backwards, but it's the truth. I really should read more. There used to be the Crystal Tower in London. I see. Interesting. And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, aren't you? Certainly I am. What was that? What was that post? Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name. I don't even see one person who fits the bill. Rather, the Crystal Tower is the Ace Attorney equivalent to the Crystal Palace in our world. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, I do know about the Crystal Palace. I can't believe I didn't connect 2 and 2 there. Oh, and the Afghanistan theme was how he first deduces Watson's backstory correctly. Oh, right, because Watson was, he was a war veteran, isn't he? So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? And you're plotting a revolution, too. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way Hi-ya! Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it. You see. What do you make of that? Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. I think Takumi did, yeah. But you know what? I like seeing Sato bully Ryunosuke, so I'm fine with this. This is fun to watch. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you introduced yourself. Oh, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. I don't know how to say this. Inimitable Sherlock Sholmes. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Sholmes. The very same. The imitable, actual Sherlock Holmes. Herlock Sholmes, not Sherlock. Yeah, his theme rocks. This is really good. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world. Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Alright, dude. Great detective! So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Erlock, was it? No, I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Sholmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rance magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Oh, Susato, are you a Teaboo? Oh, I actually haven't seen Moriarty the Patriot. I've heard really good things about that, though. I really should watch it. Oh, thank you for reminding me that that exists. I will add it to my list and definitely watch it sometime. Ah, yes, here it is. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Indeed I am. Don't like admitting it, but he looks kind of cool in this pose, even though I know he's stupid. We're just gonna leave it at that. We're not gonna expand on that thought. I'm gonna just let that sit in my head for a little while and not let it out any further. We're bottling that one right up. We're bottling that one right up. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. No, I'm not ditching Cosma. I have 2 hands, and Sholmes is still being evaluated. I'm just saying there was a point in his favor there. But nothing's decided. Dr. Wilson. Yeah, I'm considering. Thoughts are being had. We will see. We'll see. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really, I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. The secret third reserved hand? What is the secret third reserved hand? What? Are you saying? Do you think I have 3 hands? Where is the third hand? Like, hello? Ah. Oh, fishtail for Cosmo! Ah. It's a tissue soul! Oh my god. A science? Really? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. Oh, thank you for the thirsty redeem, Riri. Yeah, I could use that. That feels good. Alright, right. And the trained logician makes deductions from his data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can he look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I've a turn both for observation and for deduction. And fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Man, alright, what do you have to say about Cosmo's death, sir? Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow! Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right! It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Cosmo-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective, Herlock Sholmes, was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? Two facts, you say? Right. Two facts. What were the two facts? Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. Mr. Sholmes, can you answer some questions about your cooler little sister Enola? What two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Oh yes, but first let us be precise. Two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. I don't know, there's that vent, man, there's that vent. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed the following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes, what made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. I don't know how to say that out loud. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think Cosmo-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Cosmo was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered Garderobe may be the name of the killer, a certain Robert Gard, perhaps. But in the interests of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. Yeah, we went to the same school. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. No, it absolutely isn't. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message, that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. No! Don't show me his face! No! We were doing so good! No, he's sleeping. Look at he's sleep. Look, his eyes are closed. He's resting peacefully. This is a fun little funky murder mystery party that Cosmo set up for his best friend Yonosuke. It's all good times. Everything's okay. this... Listen up. Let me have my copium. No, I won't believe it. I won't believe it. This is his twin. He had a secret identical twin who took his place. Or something. I don't know. God. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Cosmo had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. I need to get a copium thing to put on my VTuber. Oh, Tovarch Yonovsky. Tovarch, comrade in Russian. Interesting. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, that was Susanoo. Sorry. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes. Thank you. Photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. Russian word for purple or for wardrobe in purple ink. It would appear to have been written in the victim's final moments. Okay. Can I ask you something, Mr. Shams? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary, fleeing from Russia and all that. No, I don't want to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. We do not perceive it. We are not looking. We do not perceive. It is not reality. Oh, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Do you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? Please stop using Russian, because I cannot read Russian. Certainly, if it interests you. How many times? I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian. Me too, Rimowski. Okay, your deduction just now. Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean. Oh, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part? Oh yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. That is definitely not me. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Cosmo a Russian? Yeah, this is a really good take on Holmes. I like Holmes that, like, are kind of very bullyable, you know? Like, yeah, he's smart, but he's really shit at connecting the dots here. Like, he sure is observing things, but he is not using his brain at all. Not in the right way, at least. It sounds like Mr. Shams has concluded he was a Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yeah, 16 murders done by this small boy. I like the idea of looking at Rinnosuke and being like, ah yes, this boy could kill 16 people. Yes, you villain Bolshevik. No, how could it be me? I don't look anything like this man, just look at his face. I think Shams traded his brain cells for that sweet outfit. A bagel! Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Ugh, please. And, I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower. Oh yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those details in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, Everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Or even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. An avocado. Thanks. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. The article about the revolutionary has been entered into the court record. An article on the front page of a Russian newspaper, the headline reads, Revolutionary Villain, Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. 1 second. Alright. Let's take a look at the court record. I want to see that. Alright. Examine. Okay, let's see what he has to say about this side first. Okay, can't find anything out of place. Okay, let's... Ooh, who's this? Looks like a ballerina? Oh, is this the thing with the cursed crown? This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Oh no, I mean it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Oh, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. Oh, really? That's very cool that even though that headline's accurate. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Oh. Interesting. During a performance in Shanghai, a famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure. It must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novovik Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Alright, an article on the back page of a Russian newspaper. Okay. Interesting. I wonder how that'll become relevant later. Okay, I'll double check. Is there anything else to check out here, or was this it? Looks like it. Okay. Back to talking to Mr. Sholmes. What were you just investigating, dude, up on there on the desk? Before we started talking, you were examining Cosmo's desk, weren't you? Cosmo. Oh yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London Diary. Cosmo was keeping notes of the trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Susato-san? Aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese? A smattering, dear boy, a smattering! Sayonara, bonsai, mikado. Nado nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. So, what was all that showing off before about, then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm much obliged, my dear madam. Ooh. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say. The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin! Kazuma's diary has been entered into the court record. Alright. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. No, he's so stupid! Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our mind rebels at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago! Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know? Not really. So, what, were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being plain rude. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Hi-ya! Thanks, girl. Oh, she threw him too. After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up. You're just going to roll over and accept your fate. As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. Sometimes you just need to throw a boy, you know? Sometimes that's just how it is. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this, and bring the real culprit to justice. Listen. Is that... Oh, another crew member. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no. It's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Wait, is that... Excuse me, sir. No way! What are you doing here? Yes, what can I do for you? Why are you here like this? Dude, I recognize that face, but it can't be. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? I didn't expect to see him here like this. What is he doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew on board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board. Me neither. But perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Ooh. Alright. Let's hear about your special orders. So, what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Glad you enjoyed my reaction to him, though. I was just very surprised. I wasn't expecting that. Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that have even been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. Isn't Jigoku the Japanese word for hell? Or is this like a different Jigoku, or am I just remembering totally wrong? I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asuki-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here on the first-class deck. I've failed miserably at my assignment, and Asuki-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. Alright, well, I need permission to investigate. Can you do that for me? We're doing what we can to investigate Cosmo's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer. Of course not! We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, but we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door captain should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you had already had in your possession. Oh, is the seaman your type, Riri? Is that your type, man? I see, very interesting. Evidence? It's just the same as when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the present panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So, evidence that would give us a valuable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the evidence with present the detective with the evidence he needs to persuade the captain. Yeah, I can do that. Oh wait, I need to back out and then hit present over here. And that would be the diary, right? Yeah. Emotionally unavailable and has big muscles? Yes. Good for you, that is a good type. What's that? It's Cosmo's diary. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, "What looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill." A speckled band. That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. What I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins the next door cabin. That's right. So if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what that speckled band was. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. but I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. What a good guy! After all, I failed to keep Asuki-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move and we can leave this cabin at last. Move. Alright, let's see what we can find out. Alright. Let's go. Move! Okay, the passageway. What? Is that a little mousetrap? What is that in the bottom left? 7:48 a.m. First class cabin passageway. Whew. I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on his study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really, that must be awful. Oh, look over there. There's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous even if he is sitting down. The room next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs? Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. You've been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know. But the thing is, I was inside Cosmo's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please don't give me that pitying look. Alright. Time to examine. We'll go... What does this man have to say? Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid. Oh. Rude! We seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman. Beef Stroganoff! Beef Stroganoff! Hi! Oh, best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. It's a really good one. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area. Here we are in finest part of Buria steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I'm always guarding this place. And gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you. If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asuki's currently occupied? Duh. I'm guessing that's what that was. Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like, duh. I did it! I'm a genius. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Alright, who's the passenger? Tell me about them. I bet you won't. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asuki's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He's a very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? Ah, Grimsby Roylott is a Sherlock Holmes character. Neat. That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time. I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Oh, he's from the Adventure of the Speckled Band. Neat! Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. Interesting. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Strukhanov? Duh, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Cesaro-san, do you understand that? It was clearly a no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no. Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Telling lies. That is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. That Sherlock was niet. Oh, okay, that was niet. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second-class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or as English say, when the pig flies. Yes, I understand. I liked his little fish tie on his sailor's uniform. I thought that was cute. Good, now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. That's an actual phrase? That's amazing. I love that. That's so funny. Alright, let's check it out. Door. That's the way to the second-class area of the ship. Is something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Yeah, there's nowhere to run for it on a ship, dude. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there. No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Cosmo's death remains a mystery anyway. Let's see. Okay, the seat isn't anything. What is this? That book on top of the table there is really huge. There's a pen with it too. Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Aw, that's Gap Moe. Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Interesting. This looks like a plan of the SS Buria. It shows each deck, look. The Buria is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. God, Rinalsuke's out here like, how do boats work? What did they just say? How do boats work? Boy, it is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan? Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. I like that she didn't have a real answer for that. Okay, let me just double check. Nothing else around here. Doesn't look like it. I don't think I missed anything. Okay, let's start from the edge here too and work our way around. Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese. I wonder what that tastes like. Aw, dude, cheese is so good. You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... oh, I suppose you're right. This boy was about to just grab cheese from a mousetrap. What is wrong with him? And thank you for the thirsty redeem, Riri. Okay, I will stop and take a little drink. Ah, you weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. A land without cheese, unimaginable. I wouldn't want that to be me. Okay, there's an alarm. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's such a strange thing to say, Runosuke. That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship, and brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh, this I have to see. What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. Oh, I wish everything would just stop, this ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Man. Okay. Anything else around here? I guess I can technically examine the store. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin in steerage is number 539, by the way. 500 and... how many cabins are there? Emergency! This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask! I don't know if it's gonna go that smooth. Hello? No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. Oh! Oh! I'm about to break the door down. I did. Hello. Okay, Sholmes, go for it. Mr. Sholmes! I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. No, let him do it anyways. It doesn't. Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick? What's wrong with him? What is wrong with him? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. January, SS Bria, cute. Who are you? A Western gentleman. This man looks frightened to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. Yeah, but Grimsby, but 8 legs. 7 vaginas. Maybe more. Imagine. I'm a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. Or so might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case. What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. I bet it's a pet. Because I noticed there's this little bottle of the bowl of water on the ground. He's got a secret pet. Oh my, did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, the case just shook. Leave, now, otherwise I'll call the steward. So this is Cosmo's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Yeah, let's do it. Let's converse. Mr. Roylott, we'd like to talk to you about something. No. Oh. I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now. Ugh, this is going terribly. We're not getting anywhere here. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. What? Why are you in there? Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. Mr. Roylott, we'd like to talk to you about something. No! Oh, okay, is this gonna be the same thing? He really is. He's so much. Sir, please come out of the closet. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. I cannot stand him. What is wrong with him? This man is going to drive me insane. Oh, but it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on, for once. It's time for the coolest mechanic in the game? Observe closely. I'm excited to see what this is. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? No? Why, the truth, of course. Although it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? I would! I would love to witness it. Oh yes, please! I love nothing like a good Ace Attorney witness breakdown. Well then, what you are about to see may very well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Okay, let's see how this works. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his... Sholmes, you can't say that! I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you, or anyone. That's right, Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh, I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Oh, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I've reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment you rest, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you've been discovered. Does it not? Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle. Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true! I can hardly believe it, but all the colors drained from Mr. Roylott's face. It looks like somehow both Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right? How could you... How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Oh, this will be fun! The game is afoot! Old man's again. Oh, this is already so cool. Oh, I'm already into this. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, the scissors is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. Oh my god, the dramatic way he does this, and he like flips around? What? The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular, the fascinating front-page article, which it would appear you've read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. I mean, they have similar beards, but very different faces. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. I love the way he, flies around and poses. Oh no. No, I'm normal. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You were the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. No! I'm normal! He's too stupid! He's stupid! I can't. He's stupid. No. As for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. No, the God doesn't have to move over, it's fine. It's fine, he doesn't have to move over, I promise. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse! What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd! And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refused to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Don't think he's cool, don't think he's... Stop it, Aqua, don't think he's cool. Renowned prima ballerina of Novik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky. God, he's so stupid. What's he so stupid for? Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Oh, you stupid for my enjoyment only. So true. You make a good point, T-Rex. Very good point. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here for a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but... These two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall our discussion earlier. At the time, I believe I told you. The man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. Another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at a first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old into that case, even if you pushed really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. You think it's aqua-sized? How small do you think I am? How small do you think I possibly am? Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, this whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of a matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off. Your idea of a little may be off itself, Miss Susato. It's just one or two keywords in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. High maintenance. At times I wonder how anyone puts up with me! He admits it! What is wrong with him? It's not that funny. Oh, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Oh, where are your handcuffs? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel! And don't worry, I shall restore these shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried, in fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Erlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. He's just so stupid, I can't stand him, he's so dumb. Yeah, this is such a funny justification, but I love it. It's so good. So the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Yeah, the enormous pair of shears. What could he possibly want with such an implement? Of course, is staring us in the face. On the verge of using the shears to cut away. Okay. I'm not sure. Would he really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylet. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylet really going to use those enormous shears for? Okay. Oh, I can look all around. Oh! We just missed these entirely, ah. Okay. Yeah. What the? What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylet's head? And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here.
Yes!
Oh, this is so cute! Oh my god, he's doing it too! Oh, hello, Dig! Thanks for dropping in even for a bit. I know we've had like a whole round, it's like a train of Prismaria streamers today. It's been very funny. Oh my gosh. Thank you for dropping in even for a little bit. Please have a very good sleep. I hope you enjoy the VOD later. I will talk to you later, Dig. Have a great sleep. Dig, no! Oh my gosh, thank you, Dig. I cannot believe you. Why? Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that so much, Dig. Words cannot even explain. You are far too kind to me. Thank you so much. And yeah, everybody, enjoy your gift subs. I hope you enjoy them and, you know, enjoy your new emotes and everything. Have fun using those. I want to add some more emotes to the channel soon. So, I hope you guys have fun with those. Oh my gosh, and Dan Crits at 37k points? He's almost there, guys! Dan Crits more than halfway juiced. We're getting there. Alright, you were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Oh, thank you. We're so close to juicing Freya's husband. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. Dig, are you using your alt too? You're not a man at all. You're a woman. Judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one's still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. Yeah, that's why Freya ran so quickly. She knew the end was coming. Okay, oops, I missed that line. Oh, that was a shock. I had no idea that old man was really a young woman in disguise. Did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise. Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing facts with Mr. Sholmes. Are they both literally dancing around the room? No! Why are they both doing it? Oh my god. Oh, this is too much for me. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business, not strictly Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit facts at all now. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylet is actually a woman. Exactly, he, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. It's the ballerina. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. This is very fun. I do really like this.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Nova Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Nova Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Ah! Or, ah! Oh, she's so pretty. I love her hair. You're right. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. That was so cool. I liked that a lot. I'm so excited to do more of those, like more complicated ones too. This is so cool. Oh, we're still not done. I forgot. We have this whole part. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. Alright. Eyes where the feared glance falls. Proof of your crimes is before our very eyes. Yes, traveling case. This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? She's got a pet in there. I can see I'm gonna have to step in and fix the Greek detective's mistake again. You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Okay, let's see. Oh! Oh!
Yes!
Oh, that was a funny easy find. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. Ah! I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Nova Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me! This girl is only 15 years old. She's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point hiding it now. Come, come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? Oh, she's gonna have a dog because they'll be like Pavlov's dogs! I figured it out. My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I have ever laid eyes on them. Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, you need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in those books on the shelf. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Shums is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe. Why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? That's also very interesting that her bookshelf is knocked over in the exact same way that Cosmo's was. It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. I agree. That's the only answer. Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. I forgot last time I can examine things first. These are rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. There was exactly the same notice in our cabin, too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules. Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'd probably be left adrift in the freezing cold ocean, or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end. So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I? Alright, let's present it!
Yes!
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. That leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova, inside your traveling case. Look at them! That is so cute! Oh my god, I love that! Is the last item listed as a forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet! Oh, that was so fun! Possession of a prohibited animal. Solved! Yay! Oh, that is so cute! I love that! That is so cute! I love this! Oh, that's so cool. I love that so much. I cannot wait to do more of these. I can't wait until they get more challenging. That'll be so fun. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimsby Roylett. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape to your homeland. Yeah, you'd think it would be making way more noise. It's a very well-behaved little puppy. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. Hi, Nondescript! How are you? It's good to see you! Welcome to the stream! I know, right? I love her hat. She is so cute. Which couldn't have been easy. The Birdie has a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your blonde hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you, about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream you heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? So no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man? I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened. I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that. From time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew. Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Yeah, well, this is Herlock Sholmes, and we're Japanese Phoenix on his way to Britain, but we've been accused of murdering our sexy best friend, and it's very sad. Yes, alright, I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible! Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. No! Sholmes just seduced me! We're not married! No, I'm hanging in there. I'm being so strong. I am being so strong. I need to keep looking at him and reminding myself that he's really stupid. No! Oh yes, what? Observe your wrists. My... No! I did not cast Graha away! He's still here! Look at these two Grahas! There's one dancing right here. I have a dancing one right here. And there's one upon my head. I have not cast him away. I have not cast him away. You must understand this. Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I've restored your shackles. When and why? It's true, I am kind of a morosexual. There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. No! Oh, I walked right into that one. I should have known it would come back around to the fact that I'm also stupid. No! No! Can't it really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Oh, thank you for the thirsty redeem again, Riri. I will take a sip. Alright, let's talk to her. What happened last night? Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh, that's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking. Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? Right, she is so cute. I love her design so much. I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. Well, why'd you run away? You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novavik Ballet? Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. She's probably gonna sell it, I guess, yeah, I have no money of my own. The Novavik Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and the crew of the ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. Aww. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Oh? Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Conundrum. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Priya stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it! Of course! So how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? Right? The character animations are so good and everybody has so much personality put into them. It's so charming. I love it so much. Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. That is not your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. God, yeah, his chin is so huge. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. Oh, yeah, we can tell that about him. I even knew he's very dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descends from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Interesting. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious... Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Oh, I thought it totally would be a dog, because Pavlova and Pavlov's dogs. You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken! Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. Sholmes, no! So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. His poses are so good, they're so funny, he's ridiculous. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Okay, let's... Oh, is her pet a snake? Is that the relevance? Let's try... I'm assuming we're supposed to present this. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary. Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh! Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything. Oh. Oh, who's there? Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. I can't remember what voice I used. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. All right, I will come now. What? You must leave. Now. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please, don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out! The passenger said out, or you want me to throw you out. Ugh, it looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. and so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Alright, I think, yeah, that is going to be our break point for tonight. Oh, the stream went later than I meant to, but we started a whole hour later than I meant to. So I think that works out okay. It balanced out. Still got a full stream out of this. Alright though. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. I had so much fun. We got through so much content. I'm really excited to see what happens next. So, all technical issues aside, at the very least, I think I know how to avoid some of the same capture card issues, or at least how to get around them in a different way if they pop up again next week. So, I will see you guys again at 8 PST next Thursday, where I will continue. And yeah, I'm also glad I somehow got to be surprised. I'm actually very shocked that I never got spoiled on this. But, you know, at least that means I got to have, like, some genuine shock about it. Just, man. Alright, so, we need to pick out a raid, don't we? We need to raid somebody. Good night, Reevie. Until the next Windows update. Please, no, I hope not. You know what? Let's go. I know who we should raid. My friend Yuzuki is streaming a neat little, like, indie game where you don't speak the same language as the characters in the game, so you have to kind of go around and try and figure out what different words mean. It's very neat. I've enjoyed what I've seen, so I think we should raid her. But first we'll need a raid message. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh, I know what I want it to be. Great deduction raid. I think that'd be a good one. Let me just copy paste. Sean, this is my husband. No, we're holding out. We're gonna find out first if he's for real husbando material. If it's forever, or if it's just a fleeting infatuation. But thank you guys so much for coming. I had so much fun. I'm really looking forward to getting to play more of this game soon. I'm so happy to be back on it. I'm enjoying it so much. I'm so excited. But yeah, I hope you all have a great night, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you for the points. Soon Thancred will be juiced. We're 60% of the way there, pretty much. But yeah, thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful night. I will talk to you all later. I appreciate it. Oh, 62%. My end hasn't caught up yet. Oh, there it is. There it is. Thank you. No! Alright, though. Let's go hop over to raid. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night. See you later.